You guys, welcome back to King Oles, and yes, the heavyweight boxing division is an absolute disgrace right now. Let's be real. There's a lot of shit going on in that division right now. To be completely honest with you, we've heard quite a few things that have came out. Obviously, Tyson Fury versus Usyk is not happening this December, so we are not going to see it this year. Which, yeah, let's be real, it's a complete and utter joke that Fury's literally running away from the fight, demanding too much money, and money's a big thing right now in the heavyweight division. And obviously, yeah, not having Usyk Fury in 2023 when it was set up all last, like where it was all set up last year. Usyk beat AJ, and then Fury had his so-called Usyk warm-up fight against Derek Chisora, and then they won. Then they had the face-off afterwards, and yeah, that should set up the undisputed fight. But no, it has not. Fury's been demanding too much money, and money is a big factor right now with the heavyweights, because we've also heard today that Andy Ruiz Jr. is asking for a 50-50 split in the purse if he is to go on and fight Deontay Wilder, which I think is a joke. 70-30 is what's being offered to Andy Ruiz, 70-30 to Wilder, that's being offered, and it's definitely fair. Wilder's let's be real, he's going to be the one selling the pay-per-views there, not Ruiz, so, and he's going to be the one selling the tickets in the arena, so, yeah, I think 70-30 in favour of Wilder is more than fair, but Ruiz wants a 50-50, which, no, I don't agree with. All you hear from Ruiz is just consistent excuses ever since he lost to AJ that second time, but whose fault is it that he was partying and all that, though? Whose fault was it that he wasn't training? Whose fault was it that he came in ridiculously overweight for that rematch against AJ? It's only Andy Ruiz to blame, really. You could blame his team, but it's mostly on him. But yeah, he doesn't deserve a 50-50 split for the Wilder fight. And then AJ versus Dillian White is, they're struggling to make that, and they're both promoted by the exact same promoter. How they're struggling to get something done here, I find ridiculous, to be fair. It's honestly a joke, to be completely honest with you, how they're struggling to actually make those fights. Like, what actual blockbuster heavyweight fight have we got this year in 2023? It's the 28th of June now. So far, I can only really remember two good heavyweight fights, like on paper, but they're not even like proper like hard hitting title fights. AJ versus Franklin was the first one, and Joyce versus Zhang was the second one. They're the only two fights. They're not even title fights. We haven't had one bloody title defense in the heavyweight division this year. Obviously, it's because they've been trying to make Usyk and Fury, but I mean, it also looks like they're struggling to, also make Usyk and Dubois now. They're taking bloody ages to make that. The target date for it was the 26th of August. Possibly there's some things going behind the scenes that we don't know about. They might be in negotiation for that. But, I haven't heard anything about that one for the last month. Apart from that, their target set date was the 26th of August. That's all we've already heard. Unless there is something going on behind. But that's 4 fights that's being struggling to make. So, yeah, I find it a complete and utter joke. And money is the thing. Money is the thing. They keep going on and on about money. And all of these heavyweight boxers are like it. They're all in it for the money, basically, all of them. Possibly apart from Usyk. Obviously, they are in it for money, but Usyk's also in it there. Usyk's there to create his legacy. AJ said it himself. He's just there for the money fights now. He's made his he's saying he's made his legacy and all that. Former 2-time world heavyweight champion. He's just in there for the money fights now, which, yeah, to be fair, I get is fair enough. Obviously, Fury, the thing that's is annoying about him is obviously, yeah, Fury's created some legacy already. But, probably around the same amount as AJ, really. They're not going to, Fury and AJ, with the rate they're at now, they're not going to go down as, the best of all time, are they? Possibly of this generation, though, that we're in right now. and Usyk. But yeah, Fury, the downside about him is that he says he's not all about the money, but he's the biggest money fighter out of the lot of them. Let's be real, he is. Wilder's kind of in the similar bracket, like he's already became champ, but he's still chasing it down, but he's also in it for the money as well, let's be real. Ruiz, he's definitely in it for the bloody money. He's hungry, very, very hungry for that money, and just in general as well. Dillian White, yeah, he's in it for the money now. He's never going to be a world champion, let's be real. But yeah, then there's Usyk, who, but then there's Usyk, who accepts 70-30 offers in an undisputed title fight, which tells you he's literally in it for legacy, to create a legacy. And that's what we do like about Usyk. And at least and with AJ, at least he's being real about it. Wilder's being real about it, saying, oh yeah, we've made legacy and all that. We're kind of just in it for money fights now. Fury's not being real about the whole situation at all. Usyk's very real, down to earth, as well. All about the situation. Dillian White, Ruiz just consistently begging for money. Because apparently, White asked for £10 million to fight AJ, but then apparently that's not happening. I don't know. It's a really weird and confusing situation, and it's so ridiculous how they're struggling to make these fights and how all of these ridiculous, stupid antics are consistently going on on the negotiation tables for these heavyweight fights. It's happened with Fury and AJ when they were trying to make the fights. What's going on there with the negotiations? The first time, Fury's team didn't tell Wilder about the thing, and then the second time Fury was setting deadlines because apparently AJ didn't sign the contract fast enough, and then the Chisora fight happened. Heavyweight boxing's a mess at the minute. We've not seen one blockbuster good fight, possibly, apart from for a title, which was Joyce and Jan, but that was for an interim title. That's it. And AJ and Franklin at the O2. That's it. That's what we've seen this year in the heavyweight division. Literally hardly anything whatsoever. But we'll have to wait and see. Anyway, thanks for watching the video, King. I'll speak to you on the next one. Anyway, peace out.